most owners are gonna be purchasing the Carnival because of this. In case the key fob is in your pocket and your hands are full of suitcases or your shopping bags, you want to access the boot, you just come close towards the Kia Carnival, you stand here for a couple of seconds, it will understand you want to unlock the boot, and this is what happens. Braking has been improved, so across all parameters it's a better car from a driver's perspective. Even the cluster is slightly tilted towards me right now. A third 6 feet tall person can easily be seated right over here. This is the magic of the Carnival. I know what you're thinking. The ex-showroom price of the new Carnival is more than double that of the earlier version. No two ways about it. But yet in the video I'll be telling you why this is still a recommended super luxury large premium MPV in the Indian market. Welcome back to 91 Wheels. I am Bunny Punia. We are at a special location on the outskirts of Bengaluru with the all new 2024 Kia Carnival, yours for over 60 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi. A lot of price, but you need to be with me in the entire video to understand why this is still a very good, recommended and capable super luxury MPV. Now this is going to be a long video, but I urge you to be with me for the entire duration in case you are an automotive enthusiast or you like the Kia Carnival or you want to buy one for you and your family. For your ease of navigation, I've cut the entire video into segments which you can see on the screen, but again do stay with me for the entire video. Now the earlier Carnival was discontinued 1 year back last year due to a lot of reasons. It could not meet the newest regulations as well. At that time Kia had the option to get the newer generation model that was on sale internationally last year, but they waited to get the face lifted version, and the wait is definitely worth it. On day number 1 they got almost 2000 bookings, and this number for something that is 70 plus on road in a lot of cities is remarkable. A lot of people online have been saying that it's a very steep price, but Kia tells me the cancellations are less than 2%. That says a lot about the brand, the option as well. Only 2 colors for the Indian market, white and black. White is my favorite, the one we have for the shoot right now, and this makes sense because again, as per the last Carnival, almost 90% of owners picked either a white or a black, and the rest had, I think, silver. So maximum people want 2 color options, and it makes life easier for the dealership as well from the inventory point of view. Versions only one, fully loaded with everything you can imagine: the twin pane sunroof on the inside, the powered rear doors, the powered and ventilated second row seats, leather inside, level 2 ADAS and all the features. So only one fully loaded version. Again, the reasoning was that with the earlier iteration as well, most people went for the top end limousine version, not the lower version. So to make things simpler, only one fully loaded version of the Carnival and only 2 color options. Bookings are, I think, almost 4,000 as of now, and deliveries should start around the Diwali time period. These are the first set of Carnivals that we are driving. Their plant is not too far from here in Andhra Pradesh. That is why you see the AP number. I think 4-5 hours from the location we are right now. So yeah, 2 colors, one version, over 60 lakh rupees ex-showroom. It is a CBU import, and going forward, let me discuss about the design parameter. We have shown you the car at the launch as well. Team member Shipranshu gave you understanding of the exteriors. You have seen the exteriors for a lot of months on various websites and on channels, so I'll just stick to the main basics. It is a larger vehicle as compared to the earlier Carnival, so your footprint is big. The earlier Carnival was already a large MPV. This one is even bigger, has massive road presence, and the front side is like the modern day Carnivals. A lot of things inspired from the EV9 as well. This is the Tiger nose grille that Kia has been using in other products. I usually don't use the word smashing or badass or bonkers or attitude for a family mover, for a people mover, for MPV, but this one deserves that tag, and rightly so. Your 18-inch alloy wheels, the front overhang has reduced slightly, but the rear has gone up, and from here you have the massive doors coming in. This one powered, and of course the rear glass area. The ingress and outgress is easier than the earlier vehicle. I'll talk to you about that at a later stage because of the shape of the doors and the positioning of the seats, so coming in and out is easier. The rear is something we have seen in a lot of Kia models. The connected LED tail lamps, they look nice and also showcase the whole width of the vehicle. So yeah, it looks far better. It's like a completely different generation as compared to the earlier Carnival in the way it looks like. Great road presence, and people have been staring at the Carnival since morning. We left our hotel near the airport towards a special place which will show you more in the end of the video, so do stick with me for that. But this car is all about the interiors from the driver's perspective and from the owner's perspective. So let's step inside and tell you more about the Carnival. In case the key fob is in your pocket and your hands are full of suitcases or your shopping bags, you want to access the boot, you just come close towards the Kia Carnival, you stand there for a couple of seconds, it will understand you want to unlock the boot, and this is what happens. So no need to wave your leg under the boot or do anything else. Just stand there for a couple of seconds like this, it will open up. You can also access the boot from the key fob. There is a proper button on the key fob to open the boot, which I'll show you right away. Let it close down, and now I can use only the button on the key fob to open the boot. Excuse the dog in case he was in the frame. And in case the boot is closed, you can open that from the driver's side button, right side of the steering wheel. You can press that and the boot will open up. So multiple ways to access the boot. Now in India, increasing number of luxury car owners are getting behind the wheel, and for the right reasons. Exploring places on weekends with their family members, or even going for a private business meet with their business partner, getting behind the wheel where they don't want the driver to know what's happening. So if you do that, you will not be disappointed. This is a huge car on the outside. The footprint is very large, but when you seat it right over here, you don't feel the size. Visibility is excellent. You have a proper surround view monitor camera, which was missing in the earlier Carnival. This is the MDPS now, motor driven power steering. It's really very light. Your visibility is excellent. The engine is low on noise levels. The NVH are fantastic, and yet it's got the oomph to go from 0 to 100 in approximately under 11 seconds. The power is 193 PS, 8-speed gearbox with the rotary knob. So everything is geared towards the driver. Even this display, it's a curved display tilted towards the driver. So if you get behind the wheel, you or your better half, even for that matter, this car will not disappoint. The entire interiors is all new and a lot of clever technology. For example, this touch display over here doubles up both for the aircon as well as for your other controls for the media. So clever using of this exchange button right over here, and then the usual stuff of your wireless charging, your dual pane sunroof over here. There's a HUD as well, and multiple charging options for your phone, for your devices, couple of cup holders, and there is no gear stick or no handbrake. So this entire area is clutter free, feels rich, looks nice as well. Lot of usable space under the armrest. Excuse me for the stuff. We have a cookie box, we have our mic box, we have couple of half-liter bottles, there's a GoPro, one more mic. So this area can take in a lot of stuff, which comes handy when you're out on a trip with your family or your friends. More stuff from a driver's perspective. I can go to the home screen from here, and I can control the rear seats. So I can cool the rear seats right from over here. I can warm up the rear seats, I can position them, I can even go into the comfort relaxation mode, which is basically called the relax mode right over here. So all this can be done from the driver. I can even open the rear doors from the button on the right side. I can open the boot as well from the button on the right side. So a lot of functionality, a lot of information has been given to the driver right over here from the screens or the buttons. Even this seat, I can do that for the boss, or the boss can do that. I can take this forward even for the recline function to give more space for someone sitting at the back. I'll take this back for the visibility part. So yeah, it is huge, but it is usable. It's premium, the quality of materials and the multiple ambient lights on the inside, and this color combination is terrific. Of course, these seats are ventilated, they are powered. Rear seats are ventilated, rear seats are powered as well. So super impressive up front. Things at the back are even better. Most owners are gonna be purchasing the Carnival because of this. Now this seat can be positioned in n number of ways by the driver or by the passenger himself or herself. For starter, there are two latches over here, sort of two pullable handlebars, and this is what happens. With this one I can go back, look at the legroom, or I can go up front. With the other one I can go onto the side or like this. Then I have the magic button of the relax mode, which I showed you a while back. Yes, I'll not go into the full mode, I'll stop it. I have to talk to you about the interiors. The doors can be opened in a variety of manners. There is a request sensor on the outside. There's a button right over here. There is a proper door handle right over here. The driver can do that for me, or if you're outside the car, the driver can do that from the key fob as well. So multiple ways of opening the powered doors. I told you only one version on sale, so you get this as a standard fitment. The leather and the ventilation of the seats, you can warm them up, is a standard feature. There are outlets for charging your stuff everywhere on the back of the seats on both the sides, and a 12-volt outlet right over here. Place to keep a mobile. The umbrellas can come in here, which we are using because of the rains. Couple of cup holders, the bottle holder, the sunshade, the AC control, the twin pane sunroof, your lights, your vents right over here. They're not on the pillar, so they could have been on the pillar as well, but a place to be on the inside. The closest competitor is the Velfire, which costs almost double, but in this price point this is really unbeatable. But we aren't done yet, because if you have to use your family members or the smaller ones, the third row is a gem of a place. And we aren't done yet. In case the key fob is in your pocket and you want this door to open up, you come close, you stand over here, it will sense you are next to the rear right door and it will open up. It takes about 2-3 seconds and then you can step inside. With two 6 feet tall people sitting in the first row and the second row, a third 6 feet tall person can easily be seated right over here. This is the magic of the Carnival. And for your normal needs of your charging outlets, C-type, C-type, two cup holders, and you have the manual sun blind as well. The AC vents come right over here. In normal Indian families, the rear seat, this one is used by people who are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they'll have no reason to complain. Even the visibility is nice, and because these are captain seats which can be moved on the side manually, your kids or the younger ones can literally walk through and step out and not use this place to come inside the Carnival. This is really superb by all means. Now this is a global product, and that is why Kia has also focused a lot on the safety parameters. So this section is going to be about safety. There are so many things to talk about. I'm going to be using my phone, pardon me for that. First of all, braking has been improved as compared to the earlier Carnival that was in India. For example, braking distance from 96 kmph to 0, or basically 60 miles per hour to 0, has come down from 40.5 meters to 38.4 meters. Next on, the overall rigidity of the frame is much better in terms of the average tensile strength. It's gone up. The torsional stiffness has also gone up as compared to the earlier Carnival. NVS levels are far better. There is more dampening in the car. For example, the cowl upper insulator and the fender upper insulator, the sound absorbing and insulation materials on these two areas has been done. This was not there in the earlier version. Moving on, it's got better aerodynamics as well. The coefficient of drag has reduced from 0.33 to 0.305, so improvement over there. And then you have 20 high safety features. It's called the Robust 20 High Safety Package. In this you get dual front airbags. There are the front seat side airbags. There is the side curtain, and then a full package of the electronic aids from ABS to BAS to ESC, VSM, HSE, ESS, TPMS, rear parking sensors, speed sensing, auto door locks, and the works. Overall 8 airbags in the new Carnival. Next you have level 2 ADAS coming in, and a full array of features with the ADAS functionality. A few of them you can control or switch off from the screen you see on the inside. Radars and cameras all over. Kia says there are a total of 3 ADAS radars and a total of 4 cameras around the vehicle, which are useful during lane change as a surround view camera or for the ADAS capability coming in. So that sums up the safety package for the Kia Carnival. Also, a few more things that I'll be speaking about from the driver's perspective, the extra drive modes and so on. So stay tuned for the driving feedback and review of the Carnival. Right then, driving the Kia Carnival. Now, as before, it's only one engine option. It's a 2.2 liter turbocharged diesel engine. much like the earlier version, but improvements have been made in that. You have paddle shifters right over here, and you have driving modes. 4 driving modes. It was 3 on the earlier one, I think. You have Eco, Comfort, Sport, and then you have a Smart mode. Smart mode is what I have been using. Basically understands the driving pattern and adjust the things accordingly. So it's a good mode to use. Efficiency has gone up over 14 kmpl as per AREI, and on these highway speeds, on the Bangalore Hyderabad highway, that is very much possible. I'm getting 14 plus already on the display right over here. The gearing is definitely tall for your highway usage. In the 8th gear, for example, at 90 kmph, the engine is literally sleeping at 1400 rpm, and the NVH levels are so nice, you hardly get to hear the motor. It's only when you go pedal to metal does the motor wake up like this. Otherwise, the engine remains silent, and in fact, you as a boss, as an owner, if you're sitting in the second row, you will hardly get to hear the engine. But I'm going to talk about the driver's perspective. This steering now gets MDPS. It's motor driven power steering. The earlier version was hydraulic, so that change has been made. The coefficient of drag is lower, so it cuts through air in a better manner, which also means at highway speeds, this is basically a cross-country MPV. At highway speeds, the overall wind noise will be lower. Braking has been improved, so across all parameters, it's a better car from a driver's perspective. Even the cluster is slightly tilted towards me right now. You have the surround view monitor. You have level 2 ADAS, excellent visibility, and also the HUD can display a variety of vital information. The motor, it's got 193 PS of power, 0 to 100 in less than 11 seconds, which is really very quick for what is a heavy, long, luxurious MPV. So that way it is sorted. What else? Ride quality, definitely geared towards comfort. Imperfections, minor undulations, cement joints, or the joints going over underpass on the highway, everything is taken care of. Of course, that might affect the handling of the vehicle. I'll also be telling you about how the Carnival feels on hilly terrains, on twisties, but on normal highways, on urban roads, you will love the ride quality of the vehicle, and overall it's a very peaceful place to be. If I keep quiet at 80 kmph, you can hardly make out what's going on outside the vehicle. Bonus tip, in case you are going fully loaded with everyone, you have as many as 6 C-type outlets, 2 right over here, 2 for the middle row and 2 at the back. So 6 C-type outlets and wireless charging and a 12-volt outlet. So all the mobile phones for every passenger can be charged together on the move. Har Har Mahadev. What a backdrop to end the video and tell you my verdict on the 2024 Kia Carnival. This, by the way, location is called Adi Yogi. It is approximately 2 hours from the heart of Bangalore. A set of hills around, it's peaceful, and every time I look at the statue, I actually have goosebumps on my arms. What a place. Anyways, back to the verdict, back to the Carnival. Now, between the Invicto / Hycross and the Velfire, there is a huge vacuum, a huge gap which needs to be filled, and Kia understands that. In terms of a super luxury, feature loaded, large spacious MPV, there was nothing in the category. The last Carnival production was ended in 23 because of a few reasons, and with this in place, Kia has filled the void completely. Standalone, this is a high price, but you need to be in the driver's seat and in the second row to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Unparalleled levels of comfort, of safety, of space, a gem of an engine, very supple ride quality. So every box is ticked for a prospective customer. The cream layer of Indians, VIPs, the who's who have either owned the Carnival or they won the Carnival for the right reasons. In fact, after the price announcement, Kia India tells us the cancellations were less than 2%. That is the kind of brand recall Kia has. It's the kind of brand called the Carnival has. In fact, a lot of owners of the earlier Carnival, they want to drive into the showroom with the older Carnival and exchange it for the new Carnival. So yes, expensive if seen stand alone, but not expensive if you look at the purpose behind this vehicle. Anything you have left in the video, please ask me in the comment section below, and very soon we'll be embarking on a beautiful travelogue to a special place in India, to the northeast part of India. What location and which vehicle? Well, stay tuned to 91 Wheels. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon as well, because when that video goes online, you will get the notification. And before we end the video, a few visuals of that place.